The Constitution of the United States was signed on the 17th of September, 1787. Well, today, federal law says that the 17th of September should be celebrated as Constitution Day. So by federal law across the United States, in federal offices, federal buildings, and schoolhouses that receive federal money, we set aside time to talk about the Constitution. It is a remarkable document. The average length of a Constitution in the history of the world is only 17 years. We've had this Constitution for over 2 centuries. It's an amazing blessing and stability that we enjoy, and we often take it for granted. And when you look at that document and look at the ideas that it has, you see, where'd this come from? Where'd we get these ideas, and who did this? Well, you go back to look at the 39 guys who wrote the Constitution, who signed the Constitution, and you'll find that among the 39, one of the big leaders, one of the guys with really important ideas was a guy named Roger Sherman. Roger Sherman actually is one of only 6 founding fathers who signed both the Declaration and the Constitution of the United States. Now, at the Constitutional Convention, he's actually the 3rd most active member of the convention. He spoke 147 times on the floor of the convention, and you look at things he gave us, that would include things like the bicameral system, whereby we have a House and a Senate. We have something that represents the people and something that represents the states. We also have what's known as the Electoral College, which came from Roger Sherman. It's a way of electing the president whereby not just the people have a voice, but the states also have a voice. And because of that brilliant innovation he came up with, that's why we don't have a president just campaigning in 4 states, because today there's enough population in 4 states to win the presidency. No, because of the Electoral College, the president has to go to all 50 states and campaign in all the states. So it's a really good system. Well, Roger Sherman, who helped put all this together, was really a strong Christian. He was a noted lay theologian. He came from very humble beginnings. He was a shoemaker and a cobbler, and he taught himself to be a judge, and he was elected as a judge and served as a judge in Connecticut. And so he knew law and he knew lots of stuff, but he was really self-taught from very humble backgrounds. And so as a wise man, he studied the Bible and he learned so much from the Bible. And from the Bible, he knew that you needed good morals if you're going to have a strong nation, people who can control themselves. If you don't have citizens who control themselves, then the government comes in and does so much over-regulation. And so as part of that, he actually was one of the founders of the Connecticut Society for the Promotion of Good Morals. He thinks morals is a real key to having limited government. And because he was such a strong Christian, he was involved in many theological controversies of that day. He has a lot of theological writings, but the one thing that stands out about him is not just his theology, it's his love for the Bible. He served in Congress for a long time. As a matter of fact, this is a newspaper from back in the day, and he was a member of Congress who helped frame the Bill of Rights. So in addition to signing the Declaration and the Constitution, he's also a framer of the Bill of Rights. And it's interesting to see the way that the newspaper describes him. This is what they say about him. Roger Sherman, the volume which he consulted more than any other was the Bible. It was his custom at the commencement of every session of Congress to purchase a copy of the Scriptures, to peruse it daily, and to present it to one of his children on his return. Roger Sherman, like so many founding fathers, believed that you should read through the Bible from cover to cover once a year, and that's what he did. And so every year as he went to Congress, he took a new Bible with him. He kept notes in there as the Lord is showing him stuff as he reads the Bible. And when he gets home, he gives it to one of his kids. Now, you do have to be in Congress a long time to get a Bible to all your kids, because he had 15 kids. So that's a lot of Bible reading to get a Bible to every kid. But this is the life of Roger Sherman, one of the guys who had so much to do with the nation that we have today, the document we have today. And on Constitution Day, he's a good founding father to remember.